Okay, Maya.
So it said something on the Zoom etiquette last night about not putting something in the chat. What was that?
That was after they signed
Not
in.
chat during the meeting. Yes.
Okay.
Just to use the chat box to say their first and last name, their scholar's name, and then once that, I disabled the chat box, so any messages, all messages came to the host. So whoever was the host of the messages.
I don't know why you're breaking up like that. You're breaking up a lot.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're ready? I'm letting them in at 6:29.
It's 29 now.
Hi, Miss Meredith.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hey. Hey, Elena. Hello to the Weeks. Hi, Nadia Thurman. Hi, Miss Smith.
Hey.
Good evening, parents. Welcome. Welcome to our Parent Academy this evening. And we're also excited to see Miss Meredith back. Thank you so much for joining us. As you're coming on, if you would look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see something that looks like a dialog box. It's our chat box. We ask that you type your name and your scholar's name in the chat so that we know that you were here with us this evening. And then we are going to start our meeting shortly. Again, if you're just joining our meeting, welcome. We are so glad that you were able to join us this evening. My name is Pamela Dingle. I'm the Director of Federal Programs for Ivy Preparatory Academy. I want to welcome you. We are going to begin our meeting in just a few minutes. As you're joining us, would you please look at the bottom of your screen or possibly at the top, find the chat, type your name and your scholar's name in the chat. And Miss Meredith will actually get us going in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good evening to all of my 3 through 5 family. Happy, 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 happy new school year to all of my returning family members as well as my newest family members to our 3 through 5 family. My name is Polita Meredith, and I serve as the Academy Leader for grades K through 5. Tonight, I am just facilitating to the 3 through 5 family. And I thank you so much for choosing Ivy Prep Academy to educate your scholar. It is a school for girls. Tonight, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our incredible intermediate grade levels. That's comprised of our 3 through 5 grade level teachers. So prior to that, just a reminder, we have our Zoom etiquette. Remember to mute your microphone upon entry. Our chat box will be disabled. You will be able to send questions to Padlet. Padlet is a web-based tool where you're able to put comments and questions, and they will be answered by Ms. Green and Ms. White tonight. Thank you so much for helping me. And also a reminder, do not share your scholar's name in Padlet. We're going to make sure you remain anonymous when you are asking questions and putting comments on the Padlet tool. So in just a moment, we will put up a QR code where you'll be able to take your phone and scan. You have to use your camera tool on your phone and scan the QR code so that you will be able to access the Padlet tool. So let's go ahead and put the Padlet QR code. In addition, Ms. White has put the Padlet link in chat if you're unable to scan the QR code with your camera tool. So we'll take a few minutes and allow you to scan it or copy the link so that you'll be able to access it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on. As stated earlier, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our incredible intermediate grade level that's comprised of our 3 through 5 teachers. Our third grade team, my far left, is Miss Michelle Ross. Miss Ross will be a math teacher, third grade. In the middle, Miss Amanda Harris. Miss Harris will teach ELA to our third grader. And to my far right is Miss Kenya Ayers, and she will teach science and social studies. That's our tenacious third grade team. Introducing our fearless fourth grade team. To my far left, we have Miss Denise Moore, who will be teaching ELA, that stands for English Language Arts. In the middle, Miss Tanya Barr, who will teach math. And to my far right, Mrs. Alicia McCray, who will teach science and social studies. That's our fearless fourth grade team. And we are ready for our phenomenal fifth grade team. To my far left, Miss Sharita Smetley, who will be responsible for English Language Arts, also known as ELA, and social studies. Miss Smetley is new to our Ivy family this year, so we have to give her an additional warm welcome. And to my far right is Miss Kelly Washington, who will teach math and science. That's my phenomenal fifth grade team. And for the extraordinary essential skills team, To my far left, we have Mr. Balamani, who teaches mathematics. In the middle, we have Miss Janine Clark, who teaches ELA, and Miss Justina James, who teaches ELA, Math, Science, and Social Studies. And to my far right, we have Mrs. McLaughlin, who is our gifted teacher, and she also serves as our instructional coach. I also have two other members who are part of an extraordinary team. They are I did forget about, please forgive me. We have our Miss Taya Best, who is a part of our extraordinary essential skills team. She provides middle school instructional support, and then we also have Miss Brianna Ramsour, who is responsible for our elementary school instructional support. They are a part of our extraordinary essential skills team. And for our early intervention team, they provide an extra layer of support for our kindergarten through 5th grade scholars. We have from our far left, Miss Delane Halton, who is responsible for EIP reading, grades K through 5. And to my far right is Miss Patricia Stafford, who is responsible for math, kindergarten through 5th grade. I'm not sure what happened. Hi, beautiful. Okay, so I did introduce the incredible intermediate grade level. That's our teachers in grades 3 through 5. And for our Creative Connections team, we have Miss N. Campbell. I'm not sure what happened. She teaches art. And I'm going to keep going. We have Miss Epps, who teaches Connections Math, REP. She's for middle school. We have Miss Mills, who teaches dance, and Miss T. Jones, who teaches engineering and computer science. In addition to those 4 teachers, we have Senor Jordan, who is our Spanish teacher, Miss Martin, our physical education and health teacher, and to my far right, we have Miss Cynthia Williams, our theater teacher. Let's give it up for the Creative Connections team. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Nichols, our head of school.
Happy Thursday, everyone. So excited to see so many of our beautiful scholars and our amazing parents. I have truly missed you during this time, but I'm excited about seeing everyone tomorrow as well as on Monday to start our new year. So with the new year comes a new vision. And this year, we are focusing on STREAM. STREAM is actually STEAM with an R. So if you know what STEAM is, it is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. But we're adding an R, which is for reading and writing. This is actually a multidisciplinary or transdisciplinary approach to learning, which is really about pretty much effective teaching and learning. We want to focus more on the 21st century skills that our scholars need in order to be successful. And we're going to talk a lot more about this throughout the school year, but I do want to make sure that you understand we are about to move into this environment of STREAM. So what will STREAM look like? So normally in a traditional class at Ivy, our scholars are told what they need to know, they memorize it, and then they get a problem where they have to illustrate how to use it or what they do. They can pretty much write out on their paper what they know. But with us moving to STREAM, we are going to change the way our scholars learn and the way that our teachers teach. And we will be using problem-based learning in the classroom. So the scholars will be assigned a problem at the beginning, and then they'll identify what they will need to know. So the teacher is going to present information that they will use in order to solve this problem. Then once they've learned that information, they'll apply what they've learned to solve the problem. It's a more scholar-centered pedagogy or way of teaching, and they pretty much learn through the experience of solving an open-ended problem. And the reason that we're moving to this is it helps us develop more critical thinking skills, and our scholars get to use math, science, social studies, English, and their connections classes to work through this problem. So all of those teachers will be working together with STREAM. Also with STREAM, we're introducing Project Lead the Way, which is a program that we'll be utilizing in the building for all of our elementary scholars. They will take Project Lead the Way. They will be involved in computer science and coding classes, and they will use this actual program to help with problem-based learning in their classrooms. When we talk about our 21st century skills, we want to make sure that our scholars are learning how to think critically, they're collaborating with each other, they actually will have some effective communication opportunities in the classroom, and creativity. We want them using their creativity. So as we move through this new year, I want you to start thinking differently, because we are in our new normal right now, and it's going to require us to look at education differently. Therefore, STREAM is where Ivy is moving this school year. So of course I had to bring in my favorite artist, female artist, which is Bay. And Bay said that you have the power to change perception, to inspire and empower, and to show people how to embrace their complications and see the flaws and the true beauty and strength that's inside of all of us. I want us to keep that in mind as we educate our girls. We want to make sure that we are empowering them and we help them to see who they really are and know how bright they are, and we know that they will understand their own strength. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Miss Meredith, for an opportunity, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.
Okay, next up we have our counselor, Miss White.
Good evening, Ivy family. It's so good to see all of you. It's so good to see you guys pop up on the screen. We're so excited for this new school year. Speaking of this new school year, one thing that we are going to be implementing, and you will see it on your schedules here soon, is called Sister Circle. We are doing a huge push for social and emotional learning, and the Sister Circle is going to be one way that we're going to do that. On your screen, you see a circle. It's got 5 pieces on it. These are the 5 key competencies of social and emotional learning. You see self-awareness, social awareness, relationship skills, responsible decision-making, self-management, but it's encompassed by classrooms, schools, and homes and communities. And so we are all going to be working together as a family to ensure that our scholars are really encompassing these 5 key competencies. So for those of you who are not familiar with social and emotional learning is just the process that the scholars are going to be acquiring and effectively applying those knowledge, attitudes, and skills that are going to help them understand how to manage emotions, set and achieve those positive goals, and then feel and show those empathy for others. We're so excited to really be doing a huge push with that this year. One of the other ways that we are going to be pushing social emotional learning will be with Second Step, and we're so excited again to be using Second Step. It's got great lessons that we are going to be implementing with our scholars during the day so they can continue to work on their social and emotional learning, as we know it's so important, not only just with everything going on, but it's so important in general. So like I said, we're going to be doing Sister Circle, and Sister Circle is going to be every morning from 8 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. And this is kindergarten through eighth grade. We thought it would be so important to really start the day off on a positive note. Now, this isn't just like a morning meeting. This is a little bit beyond morning meeting, because we're going to be implementing what's called restorative practices. And that just repairs harm to relationships, to our community, and it just really brings us together. So restorative practice is just the emerging field of restorative practices, the study of restoring and developing social capital, social discipline, emotional well-being, and civic participation. So scholars will come together every morning. They will be led by their facilitator, which will be their teacher, who is going to implement different restorative practice lesson plans. So we're so excited. We know that this is going to make a huge impact on our scholars and really start each and every day off on a positive note. So again, my name is Kelly White. I am the school counselor. If you guys need anything, you can always email me at kwhite@ivyprepacademy.org, and I'm here to answer any questions. See you guys soon.
Thank you so much, Ms. White. As you know, parents and scholars, we are beginning our school year non-traditionally, where we will be working remotely. So with that being said, scholars will need some digital classroom etiquette. So I'm going to go through just a few reminders and pointers as it relates to digital classroom etiquette. So please, 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 please pay close attention. Scholars, please make sure you are presenting yourself in an appropriate manner on camera. This is in accordance to our IPA Scholar Dress Code, and is also found in our remote handbook, which is housed on our Ivy Preparatory Academy website. So parents, you will have access to our remote handbook for the 2020-21 school year. All scholars must wear their Ivy Preparatory Academy polo shirt during live sessions. So when they are on camera and they're participating in their live sessions with their teachers, they must have on their polo shirt during that time. We also want to ensure you are in a setting that is conducive to learning, such as a home office, kitchen table, or personal desk. We do not want scholars to attend live sessions from their bed unless for medical reasons or disabilities permit them to do so. So please, please, please keep that in mind. We also want scholars not to wear hair bonnets, rollers, or scarves unless for religious purposes. Please, 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 we know the curls are cute, and we love to see our scholars in their natural self. So please refrain from the hair bonnets, rollers, and scarves. Please be sure to eliminate any outside distractions, such as televisions and radios. So we want to make sure that this environment is synonymous to a regular classroom environment where they're face-to-face with the teacher. We know that televisions or radios would not be in the classroom environment unless the teacher was using it for instruction purposes. So let's limit those outside distractions for our scholars. In addition, if you have a cell phone, please make sure it's on silent during every class session. We also want the scholars to refrain from using inappropriate, offensive language in the chat, on the whiteboard, or on the microphone. Please, please, please do not share personal information and/or contact information unless you have been specifically granted permission to do so from your teacher. We went back to the other slide. It's okay, I'll start over. So with the second bullet, please do not share personal information and/or contact information unless you have been granted permission to do so from your teacher and/or school administrator. This would include, but is not limited to, gaming identifiers, invitations to outside chat rooms, emails, phone numbers, addresses, last names, etc. Moving right along, please do not impersonate a teacher and/or her classroom rights as the classroom moderator or host. The teacher will be the facilitator during that time, so please, please, please make sure you honor that. And last but not least, for our digital classroom etiquette, please do not post any pictures, images, websites, or links to inappropriate or illegal content in the chat box or on the virtual whiteboard. If an illegal posting is made or shared, forwarded, copied, and pasted, then the incident will be reported to the academy leader. And depending on the severity of the incident, it could lead up to us sending it over to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. So that's our digital classroom etiquette. As I stated earlier, it is a new normal, and we are starting out working remotely, and the scholars will receive virtual instruction. So it's very, very important that you adhere to these digital classroom etiquette pointers. Now I'll turn it over to Ms. Aponte.
Hi, parents. Thank you for joining us this evening. So we wanted to give you, tomorrow is 3-5 digital device sign-out day. We will be doing device distribution in front of the school in our car rider lot. Also, we are only servicing scholars and parents who said they had a need for advice. There was a survey that was sent out about 2 weeks ago to parents, and they identified that they needed a device for scholars. So we're servicing those parents first, and then all remaining scholars will be placed on a waiting list. We want to make sure that all of our scholars are ready for Monday, but we will have to do a waiting list for parents who have not identified their need already. So if you do have any questions, I'll put my email in the chat box, and you can email me. But for tomorrow, we will be doing 3rd through 5th grade. And if you did have a sibling, I know this is the last day. If you do have a sibling that's either in kindergarten or in middle school, if you identify that you need a device already, we will be doing siblings as well. So like I said, if you have any questions, I'll put my email in the chat box, and then also you can ask questions in the Padlet. Thank you, Ms. Meredith.
You're welcome. Thank you. Next up, we will have Mr. Derek Bolton, our Director of Operations.
Good evening, Ivy Prep family. My name is Derek Bolton. I'm the new Director of Operations at Ivy Prep. It's a pleasure to meet you virtually today, this evening. I wanted to quickly go over the devices, using the devices, logging into the devices. So all of the scholars will be receiving a Chromebook that signed up for the device distribution. The Chromebooks are relatively easy to use. I'm sure many of the scholars have experience using them. When you first open them, you simply log into their email addresses. You use your email address to log into the machine. All of our scholars' email addresses have the same format, which is the first name, last name at ivyprepacademy.org. All of our passwords have been reset, and the password is secured on a small card that you will receive in the bag with your device. It's got some tips and tricks on using the device, on some digital resources, but it also has the password to the email address. Now, if a scholar has been very active on their emails through the spring and into the summer, their password has remained the same. For all new scholars, or for scholars who haven't been active in their email accounts, their password has been reset, and they, again, can be found on that card that's in the bag. For those who are new to Ivy and new to using our email system is used through Gmail. So essentially, you would log into gmail.com if it was your first time ever using the email address. You'd log into gmail.com. If you were having to add an account, you'd be simply adding an account, which is the first name, last name at ivyprepacademy.org. Even though it doesn't end in Gmail, it still uses the Gmail platform. Once you activate the account by logging in, putting in the password, it's active and you'll be able to get into the machine. We are excited for this year, particularly a lot of planning and coordination has gone into attempting to make this year very substantive. Even though we know distance learning is new for all of us, it's a challenge for our lifestyles. We've made some investments. We've purchased some software that was recently built specifically for Ivy Prep that will help us make it very engaging and very substantive. So I am excited to kind of navigate with you through this new environment. I'm sure there'll be some bumps along the way, but we will definitely get through it all together. If you have any questions or any issues with your device, please email IT@ivyprepacademy.org. Again, IT, like information technology, at ivyprepacademy.org, and we'll help you with your issues. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon.
Miss Meredith?
Okay, thank you. I was still on mute. Thank you so much. So this year, as we stated earlier, our scholars are participating in virtual instruction. And so with that being said, they will participate in 2 types of sessions. And so we have asynchronous and synchronous sessions. I'm going to talk a little bit about the 2 of those and how they differ and how they are similar. So asynchronous instruction is defined as any learning opportunity where the teacher and scholar interact in different places and during different times. Those are going to be the non-live sessions. So our scholars will actually participate in asynchronous instruction or asynchronous sessions on Wednesdays. And I'm going to show you in a minute what a schedule will look like for our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade scholars. And asynchronous lessons will take place on Wednesdays. In contrast, our synchronous lessons, that's defined as teachers and scholars collaborating and learning in real time. So those are the live sessions where the teachers and the scholars will be on camera and you are in real time. So the teacher is teaching, the scholars are receiving the instruction. So all of our Ivy Preparatory Academy classes are conducted using a combination of both asynchronous and synchronous components. So now we're going to take a look at our sample 3rd and 4th grade schedule so that asynchronous and synchronous will make sense to you. Okay, we're ready for the sample schedule. Okay, while we're waiting for it to pull up, as Ms. White stated earlier, each day our scholars will begin with our sister circle, and that will take place the first 15 minutes of the school day. So from 8 o'clock to 8:15, they will participate in sister circle. Following that, they will have their first class. They will have their first class, and that'll be their first block. From 8:20 to 9:20. I'm going to wait until we have the schedule up because I don't want to proceed without the schedule.
We're having some difficulties, Ms. Meredith. Give me a moment. I will share my screen with
Okay, I'll wait a few minutes. Okay. That's okay. Technology is our friend. We're going to say that. Technology is our friend. It's coming. Thank you so much for your patience, scholars and parents. I do appreciate that. It's going to be the next. There we go. Okay, we're going to say it all together. Technology is our friend. We are back rolling now. So looking at the sample third and fourth grade schedule, Ms. White talked to us a little bit about Sister Circle and as it relates to our social emotional learning. That's how our scholars will begin their day, kindergarten through 8th grade. I'm really, really excited about that. Then they will have their first block from 8:20 to 9:20 for one of their content area courses. So it may be ELA, math, science, or social studies based on your scholar's schedule. Notice we have incorporated some brain breaks for our scholars because we don't want them on the screen all day and all night. We want to make sure we have incorporated those brain breaks, and the teachers are going to adhere to that as well. We're excited about those being incorporated in the schedule. We heard your comments from the surveys in the spring. Following that brain break, you'll see that Block 2 consists of another hour of their content area class. As stated earlier, it could be ELA, math, science, or social studies during that time. And if you notice, the day continues to flow, and then at 11:30 to 12:15, they will have a 45-minute lunch break. And then they will come back, and they have their small group intervention time, where during that time, they will be either engaged in enrichment or some additional support that they may need in one of those content area courses. We also have time built in for Project Lead the Way. Dr. Nichols talked to us in the beginning about STREAM, implementing those qualities with STREAM. And so during that time, scholars will be exposed to Project Lead the Way. Now, this sample schedule is for our synchronous days. Those are the live sessions in which the teachers will be face-to-face and the scholars will be on camera with their teachers participating in real-time teaching. Notice that the synchronous days are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if you look over to the right, you'll see those are the asynchronous days. So those are the days in which the scholars will not be on camera with their teacher participating in a live session. Just some things for you to remember. Scholars should have on their Ivy Preparatory polo shirt during all live sessions. That's a part of our digital learning etiquette. And we also want to make sure that they are on the video, they have their cameras on during that time. And I'm not sure why the bottom part of the schedule didn't pull it. Maybe I just can't see it. But if you notice, there's a brain break from 1:20 to 1:30. And then from 1:50 to 2:50 is our last block of the day. Okay? So moving right along, The fifth grade schedule is synonymous to the fourth grade schedule. The only difference is you'll see they have connections at a different time. That's where they'll participate in their enrichment classes such as art, PE, theater, Spanish, or engineering. But everything else is synonymous to the third and fourth grade schedule. All right, we're ready for Mrs. Bolton.
Thank you, Mrs. Meredith. My name is Mrs. Siobhan Bolton, and today I'm going to discuss with you about picking up your meals during the virtual learning. You will be able to pick up your meals starting August the 17th between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Your weekly meals are available to all current enrolled Ivy scholars. You will also be able to pre-order your weekly meals in the school store and on the campus. Families will be able to submit pre-orders starting on August the 17th. Order forms will be open every Monday with a deadline of every Wednesday at 12 p.m. in the orders to receive meals for the following week. You will receive 5 breakfasts and 5 lunch meals with storage and cooking instructions. The pickup location is in the rear of the gym. Masks will be required and social distancing will be enforced. If anyone at home feels sick, please stay home. The virtual feeding process, the cost of meals will include 5 breakfasts and 5 lunches. Any money currently on scholar meal accounts cannot be used for meal payments. New online ordering allows parents and guardians to pick up meals without scholars having to be present. Families will need to save the meal order confirmation provided at the end of the pre-order online process and provided when they pick up their meals at designated time, and or sign a waiver acknowledging at pickup site that you have received your meals. You will also need to provide the scholar's name and ID number. And once you provide that information, one of our staff will provide you the 5-day meal to the parent or the guardian. Pricing is set based on meal benefits. The scholar qualifies for free at no charge, reduced $3.50, paid $30. And that's for the week, for the 5 meals and 5 breakfasts and 5 lunches. Scholars with balances for the school year 2019-2020 can pay online or bring in money order or cashier's check payable to Ivy Preparatory Academy in an enclosed envelope when picking up your meal, and a receipt will be provided to you. You have 3 different ways that you can apply for the benefits. We do have the first option, which is the contactless meal online application, which you will be able to go onto the campus portal to be able to process your application, and which I'm going to go over that with you real quick. The first step, you will need to register your PIN and electronic signature, review the letter to the household, review your application instructions, review and confirm the signer, confirm household members, indicate the meal benefits, confirm child household members, indicate if anyone is a foster child, migrant, homeless, runaway, and Head Start, enter your household gross income, review your household information for accuracy, authorize household application, electronically sign the household application, and review and print submission notice. If you have any questions regarding that process, you can contact me directly, which is 404-622-2727, extension 1009, or you can email me at sbolton@ivyprepacademy.org for assistance. If this is your first time being able to log on, or this is your first semester being able to come to Ivy Preparatory Academy, you will be able to go on to our website and look under the communications category. There you will find our Infinite Campus, which will have the help guide, the registration, and the portal login. You would also receive an email. That's another option. In this email packet, you will receive the frequently asked questions, how to apply, You will also receive your Ivy Preparatory lunch from August to September. You will also see the breakfast options available, the meal application, and the nutrition letter to parents from our Director of Operations, the parent pickup form and the pickup information, and the school prices. We also have a wellness flyer that we would like to make sure that all of our kids stay healthy and active. You also, the option when you receive this email, you can print out this document, sign it. You can capture it via screenshot, picture, and send it to me via email. Make sure that it is clear where I can see your signature so that it can be processed. And you can also go onto our school website to the nutrition's location, and you will also be able to print out the document from that location. And if you have any questions, again, please contact me at my email address or my phone number below on the screen. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I am Mr. Watson, and I am the After School All-Star Site Coordinator. I'm so excited about this year. We have come up with a great program this year going into 2020. I know it's been difficult with the pandemic, but we have been able to weather the storm. Thank you to Dr. Nichols, Ms. Meredith, and everybody on the Ivy staff. But we have an exciting program that's coming for you. It's called After School All-Stars. We have, if you see the flyer on there, all the contact information is listed. You can get all the information you're looking for. I also have a sign-up sheet that I'm going to share in the chat. A lot of people are asking about it. Oh, well, actually, if you want to reach out, if you reach out to me either email or via that number, I can give you the sign-up sheet and get you added to the list. It is a great program. We have an incentive-based program that can help you with. We got tutoring that takes place first. It's going to be 4 to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. It's going to be a great aspect to add to what you're doing at school. We're going to have certified tutors. It's going to be maybe some familiar faces if you've ever been in After School All-Stars or dealt with it. And we also will be adding in, as you see, our SEL. Ms. White talked about that. We have an SEL component. We have a family engagement night. We're just trying to make sure that everything that we can give to you, that you can get it without having even a blink. We want to have everything at your house so that you don't have to leave the house. We also have a food program that we have that takes place. So it's going to be some great things involved in this program. All you have to do is reach out to me either via email or that number, and I will send you the link to sign up. And we want to make sure that we get everybody to get in this program, as many people as possible, so that we can be effective for the 2020 school year. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you again for this opportunity, and y'all have a great evening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Watson, and thank you so much to the parents and scholars. So great to see your faces. I thank you for bearing with us tonight. Our little friend technology wanted to play games tonight, but that's okay. We were able to get through, and I'm so glad that we were able to, and I thank you for, again, bearing with us. This is a new normal for everyone. It feels so weird talking to a computer screen. I'm so used to talking to you face to face, but there's a first for everything. And we just thank you for joining us this evening. Please make sure you complete the device agreement forms prior to coming to the school tomorrow. So please make sure you do that. And I know a few of you all had questions about when the 3 through 5 scholars will receive their schedules. They will receive them on Monday, August the 17th. Okay? And we'll tell you a little bit more about that. You will be receiving additional information as it relates to their schedules. Okay? Good night. See everybody on Monday, August 17th.